Let's take a look at what's happening over on X. Responding to a post that says, just in, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth has officially fired Jeffrey Cruz, the head defense intelligence agency. Cruz is responsible for leaking the report on the Iranian strikes to the media. Buzz Patterson replies, good for Pete. You leak, you lose your job. And yet, if you happen to let a reporter into a classified Signal group chat during a military operation, you don't get fired at all, do you? The Heritage Foundation posts, E.J. Antony is the straight shooting economist trusted across the spectrum. He is a respected scholar, not a partisan. That's why President Trump tapped him to lead BLS. Well, I mean, except for the fact that he's unqualified, extremely partisan, not respected or trusted in his field, and one of the architects of Project 2025. Sure. John Rich, vote Jody Barrett for Congress, or you can vote for one of the weak, whiny rhinos. You know what I've always wondered? How is it that a war hero and true conservative like John McCain is now suddenly considered a rhino, whereas a draft dodging pedophile like Donald Trump is now considered a conservative hero? Rob Snyder posts a meme of George Washington with his troops that says, but sir, a district court judge just ruled that we can't do this. Who would have guessed that the intellectual known for making copies doesn't understand constitutional law? The official White House account posts, for America to be a great nation, we must always be one nation under God. That phrase was added to the Pledge of Allegiance in 1954, which means for over 70% of our country's history, that phrase had absolutely no meaning whatsoever. Josh Hawley posts, Dems are the biggest offenders of criminals. They love to protect them with their DEI seminars and woke garbage, and then they whine when normal Americans reject their lawlessness. The President of the United States, in your party, Josh, was convicted of 34 felonies, was impeached twice, and is trying really hard to get everybody to stop looking into his association with Jeffrey Epstein. But please, continue to tell me about the Democrats. Senator John Kennedy posts, today a whopping 66% of Democrats have a positive opinion of socialism. That's a direct result of young people not learning about the atrocities that socialist governments committed in the 20th century. I don't know if you realize this, John, but we're going to be the 21st century examples that kids read in textbooks as to why a capitalist government doesn't work. And finally, WTF, student at Texas A&M kicked out of class by a woke professor after she objected to a lesson on transgenderism, stating that it violates Trump's executive order and violates her religious beliefs. This is exactly how authoritarian regimes control speech and education. I would say go read a history book, but they're probably being scrubbed as we speak.